welcome to episode 12 of Brokers and Booze. I am Nick Sowers with Beach Connection Realty. Beside me to the right,
Bill Yates with Sands Realty.
And to the left,
Chris Ward, Eagle Realty.
All right, today we are trying some Johnnie Walker Blue.
Johnnie Walker Blue.
Johnnie Walker Blue. Tell us a little bit about it, Bill.
Folks, I bought this little collection, Johnnie Walker collection from Costco. It's only about $90, $100. But you can get about 3, 4, or 5 drinks out of this thing per bottle. Last time I had Johnnie Walker Blue, I think I was in Stuart Axelrod's office.
Oh, you were at the Axelrod Law Firm?
And I think Nick Sowers was there.
Yes, I was. Hashtag where's Chris?
I don't think I knew you at that point, to be honest. I don't think I knew either one of you. But
no, we were there. We had some blue. That man there likes his blue.
Buys it by the pallet.
Yep.
Not gonna lie.
I've only had Johnnie Walker Blue one time in my life, so number 2.
Yep. Let's try.
So smoky on the front finish. It talks about being having a little hint
floral.
of You have floral. It says floral and spice in the description, but
that's amazing.
So it's
But I get that again that smoked salmon type
smoky
body. Yeah. Like a smokehouse, like you're in like a pork smokehouse. Like that's
like
mouth.
smoked chicken wings.
Oh, we do have chicken wings today. If you're viewing this, you can see Mama Yates making some chicken wings.
Very well.
Yes, we thank Mama Yates for providing us some chicken wings.
Cheers to her. It feels like cheers to chicken wings. So wow, this is like a festive thing. Wings, Johnnie Walker Blue.
Yeah, I think that bottle's going to be finished by the end of this episode, boys.
Man, I'll tell you what, this is good. So now this is a blended Scotch, as opposed to what, a single barrel?
It's not a single malt? I thought it was a single malt.
Blended Scotch whiskey.
It's a blended.
Yeah, blue is a blend.
So what makes blue so special?
A blend.
What you tell us that?
A blend
Rarity?
of our rarest whiskeys. Yeah. Sorry, go ahead.
So I guess.
No, that's what you were going to say. I don't mean to steal your thunder there. It says it blends their best whiskeys, and they do just 1 in 10,000 casks. So is that small batch? I guess probably for Johnnie Walker.
Yeah. What are the other selections?
Yeah,
So we're not breaking into those.
Black
today.
Label, Gold, and Reserve 18. I've also heard of Red, Green.
Yeah.
I'd be interested in the background for the blue. I'm kind of reading a little thing on here, but it doesn't really talk about like why blue.
Cheat notes.
Why red?
Yeah.
Blue label.
Other than that, it's smooth.
We are drinking it all.
It's
Are you
what
drinking
is it
all
about?
ice, or are you drinking
I'm drinking neat.
neat?
Sorry, I don't like
I got little rocks.
flavors.
I like rocks. I like it a little cold.
These guys work years, centuries to get a taste, and why mess it up with an ice cube?
Are you? So basically, that's a little dig from Yates at us for having ice. I just like cold. I just like cold beverages in general, like liquor, soda.
Me, it depends on what I'm drinking.
I just like cold.
I don't have to have red wine cold.
So I just like it. I think you do miss some flavors, but I like
the stuff. Episode 1, the Mitchers, I could drink that room temperature.
Sure.
Good. This stuff here is a little better cold.
I just like it better cold.
I think I like this better. I think I like blue better cold.
Yeah, and a lot of connoisseurs will say add a drop to 3 drops of water that'll open up the flavor in the nose and everything.
Oh,
really?
I just thought that was to be able to keep your head about you a little bit. A little water.
Drink a little bit more.
Yeah.
Maximize the volume.
I didn't realize that had to do with taste. That's it. You may have just learned something about a couple drops of water in your whiskey.
Will open up flavors, and like I said, that's coming from the connoisseurs.
Now, unlike the past couple episodes, this is something that's readily available. People have no problem finding this.
Right. You can find Johnnie Walker Blue. Do you know about what? Well, you got this special case.
As far as ABC
pricing.
stores, probably $90 for the entire collection, I think.
90 for the entire.
Costco.
So I think I saw blue. Does it run like 50, 60 in that range for
I think
a
it's
blue label?
about 200
For the blue label?
for a full size bottle.
For a full-size level of blue, you're talking about.
Then that's almost then this is a deal.
That is a fantastic deal.
This is go to Costco.
It may not even be there right now.
Probably not. I might have bought the rest. So
there is a pallet sitting out back.
Wow.
Yeah, double check my stats there, but
Let's just check.
I'm certain it's close to 2.
Really?
150 to 2. That's my guess.
Wow, that's Am I 21? No, this is too much work.
You're 21.
Yeah.
I want to drink, so.
So,
All right. Well, introduce the topic, Mr. Nick.
all right, so our topic.
Yeah, our
I
topic
thought our topic was
Johnny Walker Blue and chicken wings.
No, we're talking about
That's a wrap.
we're talking about some paid ads versus what is the way you worded it, Chris?
Well, we're looking at pay for leads versus sphere marketing, and here's in some groups, some real estate Facebook groups that I'm in, and then just discussions with new agents as far as should I open and join all these companies where I'm paying for cold leads from the internet, whether it be Zillow, Realtor.com, Homes.com, like any site that's generating leads for me, and I'm just paying for these cold leads. Or should I be putting my time, effort, and money into sphere marketing, which is working my network, working past clients, working people that I know, and putting money and marketing efforts into that more what I call sphere or warm circle.
So what we do at Beach Connection is we do paid leads, we do Zillow leads, but when I bring in a new agent, we train them how to work those Zillow leads, but we teach them. Use this to get your foot wet while you're developing sphere marketing. Mm-hmm. So ours is both.
Okay.
It isn't no one or the other.
And I
It's
think a
both
combination is a healthy balance.
Yeah.
I think early on in your career, obviously there's over 4,000 agents in our market, or 3,000.
Over 4, yeah.
You got to stand out somehow, and you got to attract the attention to the buyers looking in our market. But as you move forward, it's going to naturally progress into the referral and sphere of influence.
But I guess so. The question is there an exact time or cutoff? Because from what I've personally seen, and I agree with both of you. I think there's a mix, and then there's like kind of starting from scratch, starting as a new agent, paying for leads, building your database, building your sphere, working on that. But the two things I've noticed is, one, brand new agents have a hard time or put all of their focus into cold leads and totally neglect the sphere they may have. Like, I have a lot of agents people that move here from other parts of the country that aren't working.
Chris, I started
database and network.
Actually, it's because we're here in the new year. I started January 1 of every day for the next 60 days, giving an action step that my agents, and I really made it that any business person can do to grow their business every day, and it is built around the sphere marketing. It is not built around the cold call leads. My agents have the cold call leads, but because I said I need to put some direct action steps that they can do to start to develop that sphere marketing. Just telling them, go market to who you know.
Pick up the phone, call them.
How do you do that? No, give them direct. Like, one of the things was write down the 10 or 20 people that you would be upset if you heard they did business with your competitor. Mm-hmm. And then reach out to those people. Because a lot of times you'd be surprised how many agents have family members end up, or friends that are just, on the skirts, not in their inner circle, but on the skirts, that end up using somebody else because they didn't know this person got in that business.
And that's my point. My point is that I feel like new agents, and even and moving towards seasoned agents, don't spend enough time and money focusing on that sphere of theirs, fringe sphere, all the way to like your close people, and it's kind of like concentric circles. And I know you went through some training. We talked about A, B, C, D people, but time, effort, and monetary resources. There were some statistics that came out in NAR, which also spawns this topic, that over the life of a real estate agent's business, that 76%, I think it was in 2018, 76% of your business comes from past clients and referrals over the life of your trip. So that much of it comes from that. So why are you spending 80% of your budget on cold leads that are representing this?
So I can tell you this: my number one agent does somewhere between 10 and 15 million a year in sales, and I can tell you he probably split between 50-50 between cold, new, brand new. He's still taking brand new Zillow leads every day. He's picking up the phone. This guy's an animal. I mean, Saturday night, he'll be out with his family. He'll pick up the phone and take the Zillow call. However, half his business is that. I can still tell you half his business is the sphere. It's repeat clients. It's people he's done well for in the past. It's Now, I always joke because if you end up, if you're an investor and you end up with Greg as your agent, you don't buy just one property. You end up buying 5, 6, 10, because that's the way he's very good at selling that, but he's also very good at figuring out what you want and need and doing that. And that's that sphere marketing you're talking about. But I think the biggest thing is that you're talking about where everybody focuses on the cold leads instead of focus on this. I think it's what are the steps you take if you're focusing on the sphere? Like, what are the actionable steps? What can you do to let people know? I mean, everybody just says, "Oh, go market to those people," but what specifically? Like, what would you advise an agent, Chris, to go do?
Oh, I mean, we talk about with our agents and a lot with not only some of the, and I've seen some of your content going out in tactical steps as far as like maintaining that relationship, reaching out, calling, texting, emailing, continuous, and in a one-on-one manner, in addition to kind of the mass marketing, which we've had other episodes where we've talked about how to stay in front of your sphere from a mass consistent strategy versus that one-to-one engagement and talking with them. But I think also just the little things. When we talk about money, I guess I talk to agents. It's like you could go spend $1,500 a month on Zillow, but did you put money towards a client happy hour, or did you take some people out to dinner this month? Do you have clients in town in our market, especially? You had clients come in town or past clients come in town that came down to use their property. Did you meet them out, or did you take them out, and have a meal with them and continue to build that relationship?
And that stuff Greg does. I hear every weekend he tells me, he's like, "Oh yeah, I'm going out Friday night with this client. I'm going out with this."
And I think that's a big part of it. The client building the relationship.
Right.
You can always spend $800 to $8,000 a month on Zillow leads, and yes, new incoming clients. But to establish that relationship, maintain it, and get a referral or a second sale from those clients is huge.
And business philosophy, we know that it's a lot easier to. It costs more to acquire a new customer. Yeah. So, you already have kind of that captive database and sphere to be in front of, and it's going to cost less. So in my mind, while you may start with pay leads and hopefully not neglect some sphere marketing, which is honestly inexpensive. It can be content production. It can be just reaching out and communication on the front end. But you're actually going to decrease your marketing cost over time if you put more into that business, where statistically you're going to get more business anyway. Like, you're actually doing better for your business if you can move away from cold, in my opinion.
Chris, what is I know you know off the top of your head, so I'm going to ask you, what is the national average for conversion rates on those paid leads?
Oh, right now, both Realtor.com and Zillow will advertise 3.2% as the national average of conversion for a cold lead from their website, and then they'll follow that statement up with, but our top agents do upward 8, 9, 10%.
Yeah. And I think my top agent's in that on Zillow, and if you hear him, he's perfected the how do I work a Zillow cold lead. However, I can also sit here and say what those stats don't measure is he tells you it doesn't measure multiple purchases by one client. It also doesn't measure what happens when that client refers you somebody. And then you get the referral network off of that person.
Right. It almost becomes immeasurable, because then that's a lot of that is what we're talking about. Then what's your sphere marketing efforts doing? Where does that conversion become?
The cost of a meal, a drink, or whatever.
Yeah.
So, Bill, I know in your firm, you specifically over at your resort, you probably don't do a lot of paid leads. It's probably you probably spend a lot of yours on your sphere, which is your resort.
Yeah, there's over 850 units there, and that's a lot of owners, and that's a lot of guests that roll through there on an annual basis, and a good majority of them stop by my office, questions, just gathering information, and some of them are impulse purchasers, some of them are more,
so Bill, you have that office because of sphere marketing, don't you?
And that's why my marketing budget is pretty minimalized as far as lead generation.
No, but I'm saying you ended up in that office because of sphere marketing.
That's right, absolutely.
If you want to tell a little bit about that, just a little bit.
That's a long story, but
I'm not looking for the whole story, but the part that's relevant.
Absolutely. It was a client of mine that ended up buying a resort and ended up partnering up together and taking over the rental management and the sales aspects and the operations, but kind of put me in a position to get on my own feet and start my own company. That was 5 years ago.
Right. I mean,
I remember before then, at one point I was spending almost $7,000 a month on Zillow, Realtor, Homes.com leads, and the return on that, there was a return, but now you take a cluster of those customers, clients, those past clients, and it turned into almost 100% referral company. So
If you watch this, I do want the audience out there. If you're an agent out there, please feel free in the comments to let us know where you're seeing success in the paid leads world. I know Bill just mentioned several of them, but if you have them, please just in the comments let us in there, because I've bought from all three.
And I've had spreadsheets on return on investment from cold calling, from print ads, from magazines to newspaper, Sun News, to online, to social media, to Zillow. There's 100 people trying to call you and tell you how they can sell you leads. Yes, please do tell us where you're getting your highest return.
I guess for me, the punchline that it really comes down to is that I think a little bit of the danger, and that I've even seen, is this: that cold leads, if that's your focus, bread and butter, it becomes very transactional. But I think if you open that up to doing that, but while having a strong sphere marketing strategy, what you'll find is that you can transition out of having to do cold leads and still have a bulk of your business, still have good business come from that warm source. The only other caveat that I would add to that is I do believe in keeping cold leads coming in, especially if you're building a team or you're the head of a company and you're distributing, like you do more distributing of leads to agents. I mean, we do that too, but keeping that flow going that way. But I would really encourage agents to move towards putting a heavy amount of resource focus and effort into sphere marketing. I think you'll find an easier conversion rate and a higher return on investment for what you actually have to spend to keep those
one of my theories that I tell new agents, and I tell even all agents, is, and it's going to sound really dumb, but it's true, everything works. Everything works if you work it. There are agents out there that still to this day do 100% of their business off paid leads, and they've never developed a good follow-up relationship where they probably are way under the national averages on repeat business and referrals, because that person's just a transaction and they move on to the next person. I said there is a business model that it works, but what we're advocating for a long-term success strategy is to build a relationship-based business where your clients become truly, you're the top knowledge. They're the top person. You are the expert in their mind in real estate.
Yeah. Chris throws an annual customer appreciation event that Nick and I sometimes crash every year.
And they haven't bought a thing off me. I don't know what's going on.
And I'm so upset. I haven't stolen a client yet either.
You haven't been working the crowd, Nick.
That shows the bond I have with
Bill's like, I sold $4 million last year off Chris's clients.
Thank you, Chris, for throwing these events.
You wouldn't do that to
Spend more money on the prizes, though.
We have darn good prizes. I'm going to take a chicken wing for that.
Right.
All right.
So kind of to wrap it up, hey, we're not telling you to do one or the other. We're telling you to do both, but we're also telling you
well balanced.
Have a plan. Make your paid leads become your sphere marketing.
One's going to become heavier than the other, so and that's going to happen naturally. So focus on the actions. The results will always come.
Yep. And in the meantime, we'll be sitting here drinking some blue,
keeping it classy,
having some chicken wings, and thank you, Axelrod.
Cheers.
I don't know who you are, but thank you. These wings are legit, though.
Right?
Dude, the wings.